Flick, are you ready?
Yes. Let's do it.
He's ready. I'm ready. I hope you're ready because it is now time for Plays of the Week. And we begin this segment with the Hempfield area Spartans. And although Kieran Lippman started the season at quarterback for Hempfield, he's proven to be an impact player at receiver as well. And he showed that late in the Spartans' loss against Plum. He took a short pass from Don Dietrich and did the rest, with Dan Flickinger and Chris Smith detailing that touchdown.
Second down and 10. Dietrich this time is going to throw the ball short to Lippman. Catch, run, slips a tackle. Lippman free down the near sideline, and Kieran's going to go for the touchdown of 55 yards.
Dietrich's pass complete to Lippman. Good for the Spartan touchdown.
That's how you respond. That is how you respond right there, by your actions on the field. Great blocking out here in front of Lippman. Maybe a little bit of a hold there. Habeas gravis, as Billy Hillgrove would say.
Yeah, Sean, we actually saw Kieran Lippman play some quarterback, actually drove the ball down the field and helped Hempfield score a touchdown early in the game. But we know Don Dietrich is the future. He's just a sophomore, done some really good things this year. And Kieran's such a great athlete, he can kind of go anywhere. Made a really nice play there, a little catch and run for a touchdown for the Spartans.
And I know that Nick Kiefer loves the fact that Lippman is willing to do whatever, because that kind of establishes what he wants the program to be about. It's selfless, doing what helps the team most. And so even though they're not having a lot of success in terms of wins and losses, they're trying to set that foundation for seasons to come. And certainly there'll be a lot of players who look to Kieran Lippman and what the example that he set going forward. We'll continue Plays of the Week with Burrell, and it was a back and forth fourth quarter that saw the Buccaneers take a lead at home against Dairy Area, and it was Devin Beatty providing the touchdown run, and then a 2-point conversion gave Burrell that narrow edge with myself and John Bainbridge on the call. Right at the 10-yard line. Burrell moving quickly on this drive. Beatty again gets through the line, trying to power his way across. I don't think they brought him down. He's in. He was able to avoid hitting the turf over the final 2 yards and was able to keep himself up, extend into the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown. And now, what will Sean Liotta do?
Looks like he's going to go for 2. The last 2 placement kicks have been blocked.
Well, we'll see if it's a genius move or one that Buccaneers fans will regret. It's a bold decision, certainly. Beatty gets in from 10. It is 21-20. Dairy, 2-point conversion upcoming. Hassan's under center. Pitches it out. Hornak, and right at the goal line, he's in. Ward thought he stopped him. Hornak with the extra effort. He is slow to get up, but he did just enough to get across, and Burrow just that quickly back in front. I love the aggressiveness by Sean Liotta. So you get the touchdown. You could kick an extra point to tie it. That had been a little bit of a struggle in terms of the operation. They go for 2. They get 2. Typically, when a coach makes that decision and they're rewarded, that gets them the victory. Unfortunately for them, ultimately Ahmad Ward had something to say about that. But I love the aggressiveness for the Burrow Buccaneers, and I think if they keep doing that, it will win them a game, hopefully, later this season. We continue Plays of the Week, and, well, we'll stay in the same game with Dairy Area. And it was Ahmad Ward who was unstoppable on Friday against Burrell. He scored all 4 Trojans touchdowns, including the decisive touchdown late in the 4th, with once again myself and John providing the audio. They needed just 2 plays for their last scoring drive. Give it to Ward again, no surprise. Guess what? He's open in the free, and he's going to make another house call. They can't stop him. 59 yards for Ahmad Ward. He has taken the game over.
And it's a great performance by the offensive line. I mean, he was untouched on that play.
You know, obviously every Dairy game we have a lot of Trojan fans watching or listening. We strive to do video. Sometimes we have to do audio. Sometimes that makes it even more exciting, Sean, that people are hanging on your every word right there. But that was certainly exciting, and Ahmad Ward just keeps ripping it up week after week.
Has anyone lobbied for you to make me the permanent Trojans broadcaster at this point?
I haven't checked my email all week, but I bet I have a bunch in my inbox, so I'll go check it after the show.
Your brother was tuning in, even though he was not in attendance.
We had to forward you the car wash email.
Yeah, I was going to say, he helped me out with the car wash winner, so he did that at least. He was very, very excited, I could tell, after the Trojans victory, and he'll be back in the saddle, thankfully, this week. We continue Plays of the Week with Jeanette, and Peyton Moulter has made countless plays at quarterback for the Jayhawks, but on Friday at Springdale, he showed that he can make a game-changing play on defense, too. Moulter had a forced fumble, a recovery, and a touchdown, all in the same sequence early in the second quarter against the Dynamos to extend Jeanette's lead, with Brent Wiggum solo painting the picture.
1st and 10 from the 47. Pistol formation. Wyrick makes it to the tailback, going to run it himself. Peyton Moulter there, strips the ball away. Scoop, and can he score? Yes, he will. Peyton Moulter out to the house with a scoop and score touchdown defensively. And with 11:11 to go in the first half, the Hawks extend their lead 20-6. Now the score. Whoa. Peyton Moulter, Johnny on the spot, stripped it, picked it up, and ran with it. And the Hawks now up 14, PAT forthcoming.
So Peyton Moulter does it through the air. He does it on the ground. I'm sure there's probably been a trick play this year where he's caught a touchdown pass, I'm not even sure. And now he does it on the defensive side, man. He has had himself a tremendous season and keep scoring those touchdowns, Peyton. As we talked about a couple of weeks ago, we're going to match his donations there. So keep scoring those TDs even on defense, buddy.
And if he hasn't scored a receiving touchdown, Tom Pallone, maybe a little idea.
Get that trick play, buddy.
Yeah, well, hopefully none of the Clareton faithful will tip it off, but we'll see. We'll continue with Norwin, and although the Knights ultimately succumbed to Gateway, Norwin had the best start imaginable, courtesy of Luke Denny, who made a house call on the opening kickoff to put his team in front from the start. It was Dave Franzek and Brian Brozeski who narrated that special team score.
The Gators, as it's Luke Denny taking the house from open field to the 25 to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, open field to the 45, has the kicker to beat. See you later, Luke Denny, touchdown.
And that's the start we were looking for right there. That rainbow that you were talking about, man, looks like it's coming true because great job blocked, first and foremost. Being able to create a seam, and then Luke Denny just showing off the wheels right there. Outrun the angle of the kicker, and just great way to start homecoming weekend here.
Just like Coach Bro said right there, the exact start that Norwin was looking for, and it opened some eyes because not only that start, but the Knights were ahead in the game, I believe 14-13 or something like that for a while before Gateway was able to kind of flex its muscles there and come back. But Luke Denny has just been such a major weapon all season long.
Yeah, and really, at least from my perspective, you thought, okay, Tavares is going to be pretty good at quarterback because he was impressive as a freshman. Pons is going to be outstanding. I didn't know if any of the guys beyond that were going to have big-time seasons. Well, Luke Denny certainly has. He has been a big-time player here all throughout the 2023 campaign. Unfortunately, not enough to knock off the Gators, but still a shining moment for he and Norwin early in that one. Speaking of shining moments, we'll conclude Plays of the Week with Seton Hill, and the Griffins pulled off a stunner at Offutt Field on Saturday, defeating IUP for the first time ever. And the dramatic win was highlighted by a late connection between a pair of high school teammates, with myself and TJ DeStefano captioning the video. Crimson Hawks have their allotment of timeouts. Teska. Over the middle, Ruprecht! Touchdown! Griffins, 35 yards! Greensburg-Salem representing here at Offutt.
OGS. Wow, that was huge right there, man. That was huge.
They have fooled this defense a few times today. The early touchdown pass to Craigett, and this time Ruprecht was wide open over the middle after the play action. 143. IUP is going to have plenty of time to try to answer as a big extra point is up, and it is good. Seton Hill back up by a score, 35-28. Less than 2 minutes left in this one. Can the Griffins knock off IUP for the first time in program history?
Oh, there has to be a lot of Greensburg-Salem fans that love the GS reference. Even TJ went with the go GS after that score. But the passing game has just been such a big work in progress. I mean, Teska didn't even start as the first or second string quarterback to begin the season, but injuries dictated it. He's had some tough times, but in this game, albeit just one interception, he played really, really well and obviously got the terrific pass play there to give Seton Hill the lead and the eventual victory.
Almost a Freudian slip there with
yes.
Greensburg-Salem. Well, as excited as those two were, as excited as Dan Day was, maybe the happiest person of them all was assistant coach Dave Kiefer for Seton Hill.
Yeah.
The former head coach for Greensburg-Salem, who coached both of them in high school, now has the opportunity to coach both of them collegiately, although it came at the expense of his alma mater. So I guess a little mixed feelings, huh?
True. Yeah, I mean, that's true. And mine too, but I'm a Griffin now, so for sure. But yeah, I mean, you joked around with Dan afterwards. You're like, try to keep Coach Kiefer in line. He's like, it's tough to reel him in or what.
Yeah, easier said than done, certainly.